We now come to our popular segment, and may I say my favorite as well. I'm talking about places. This time around, we visited another Asian cuisine by the name of Bawai. Let's take a closer look.
This is Bawai's Vietnamese kitchen, a restaurant nestled among lush greenery and aromatic herbs. It is owned by the family of Atty. Hermie Liwanag, and he tells us how he came about having another Bawai's restaurant in Metro Manila after the big success of Bawai's in Tagaytay City.
We often go to Tagaytay, and we always look for a good restaurant. And we observed that Bawai Tagaytay offers good quality Vietnamese food. The owner, Mr. Tatlonghari, Tatlonghari, would talk to the customers, and I had the opportunity to talk to him. And there were instances wherein after a few drinks here and there, we started dreaming of putting up a branch here in Metro Manila.
That was how the Liwanag family came to put up a Bawai branch at White Plains in Quezon City. But wait, the story of Atty. Liwanag did not end there. He tells us of how a Filipino, Mr. Tatlonghari, met and fell in love with a Vietnamese lass while working in Vietnam. He wooed and married the Vietnamese lass, and the couple went back to the Philippines and settled in Tagaytay City. Vietnamese cuisine is not commonplace in the Philippines, and the lady of the house eventually found herself preparing authentic Vietnamese meals, which the family and their friends immensely loved. It was inevitable that the couple would open a Vietnamese restaurant in Tagaytay City, where everything is fresh, from the air to the vegetables grown there.
When they came back, they settled in Tagaytay, and I understand that it's getting to be somewhat, not really boring, but there is a need to do something. So Bawai started cooking first for the family and then for friends, until it became a full-blown restaurant. But of course, they're open only by reservations on weekends.
Bawai's in White Plains opened in September 2013, and it is now in its fourth year of offering fresh Vietnamese cuisine to its growing clientele. But it wasn't always that easy for them. Like most businesses, they had their share of birth pains.
Well, there was initial hesitancy as far as Vietnamese food is concerned. But we were pleasantly surprised that it was welcomed by the Filipinos. And, well, our customers keep on coming back because they want a different kind of food, a Vietnamese food. It has always been families coming over, especially on weekends, on a Sunday when the traffic is less. But we do have regular customers who come here every now and then. So well, I would say that we're quite happy with the number of customers that we have. Well, of course, some movie stars, some businessmen, politicians, well-known personalities would come here and enjoy the food.
Vietnamese cuisine is defined by its freshness. Everything about it conspired to give this element of freshness, from the taste to the aromatic soups, thanks to the herbs and fresh seafood, and whatever goes into a plate from Bawai's. They go regularly to Tagaytay to get their ingredients from Bawai Tagaytay, and they even planted their own herbs in the grounds of their restaurant, so they are assured of a steady supply. Bawai's is strictly a family affair. Helping Atty. Liwanag is his wife who tends the garden and makes sure everything in the restaurant is spick and span. A son who graduated from Ateneo with a degree in management engineering suddenly discovers his penchant for cooking in Bawai's kitchen. A daughter has opted to be the cashier, and his eldest son, who is an IT professional, lends his expertise into the business. Attorney Hermie Liwanag is a lawyer by profession and a restaurateur by vocation, and he seems to be enjoying both worlds.
Lawyering is dealing with clients, and a restaurant is dealing with customers. And I love to talk to customers, find out how is the food. That's the first question. How is the service? And please come back. Find out what their opinions are and get an immediate feedback. Sometimes when they get to know that I'm a lawyer, of course, they get free consultation.
He seems to be enjoying his new career direction that the family is soon opening a completely new restaurant just across Bawai's. The Fat Buddha that is inspired by Chinese and Vietnamese cuisine and focuses on hearty soups. But before that, let's check with daughter Atty. Liwanag about the restaurant's best sellers.
So here are our best sellers. First is the fresh spring rolls. This contains shrimp, pork, fresh herbs such as basil, noodles, and then it's wrapped in rice paper. And then you can also dip it in peanut sauce. Our next bestseller is the banh mi, or this is the Vietnamese sandwich. It has 3 kinds of pork, pate, Vietnamese ham, and then it also has pork slices with do chua, which is the Vietnamese type of achara. And next is the kom sun cha. This is our grilled pork belly with mushroom egg pie. This is very tender because it's cooked for 2 hours. And then you also dip it in Vietnamese patis. This is one of our bestsellers. And then next is our crispy fish sauce wings. This is actually a new dish. This is mostly, we wanted it to provide for the young ones since pag crispy wings.
Notice how big these servings are. They are in fact food for sharing with 2 or 3 others.
Next is our seafood noodle soup. For me personally, I actually prefer this to the traditional beef noodle soup, which is pho, which is the usual Vietnamese noodle soup. It contains shrimp, crab stick, squid, and then pork.
Because the servings are so huge, the prices are not too lean. The appetizers go for around 300 pesos. The banh mi sandwich costs 240 pesos. The main courses like this grilled pork go for 430 pesos. The fish sauce wings cost 395 pesos for 6 pieces. And this huge bowl of noodles costs 245 pesos. But a single order of this goes for only 200 pesos.
And then next is our bestseller dessert. This is called banjalon. It is pandan and yellow mung bean cake with gata.
As we said earlier, all orders are good for sharing. But on weekdays, they do have smaller sized orders, good for 1. These include an appetizer, a single noodle soup, or a main course and a drink.
We also provide delivery through Food Panda. So you can order online or you can call them, and then but we also provide delivery in-house for nearby villages such as White Plains, Blue Ridge, Corinthian Gardens, but the nearby villages. For our social media accounts, please check our Facebook, Bawai Manila, Instagram, and Twitter.
Attorney Hermie Liwanag also extends his personal invitation to our viewers.
Thanks again for the opportunity, and I would like to invite our neighbors here, the different villages and subdivisions, and also those residing nearby, or even those coming from far afar, especially on a Sunday when the traffic is less. The ingredients are authentic Vietnamese ingredients from Vietnam, and the herbs are fresh in the sense that we already have our garden here in the restaurant. Of course, I also would like to invite you to come to a restaurant which we will open come September, middle of September, which is known as the Fat Buddha. It will be a Chinese Vietnamese restaurant. Thank you very much, and see you here at Bawai.
Wow, the authentic Vietnamese food, they're definitely inviting. So I'm inviting you guys to check out Bawai's Vietnamese kitchen along Katipunan Avenue, White Plains, Quezon City. I think that's probably where I'm heading right after this.